We got a question here in the chat from QF Pro. Said, when did boarding stop being a penalty? Because even if that's not cross-checking, it's boarding. So they're talking about the Eichel play, and I'm curious for your opinion on this, and we can roll it here for everyone on the YouTube to see one more time. Was this a penalty, or was this just an unfortunate incident?
It's 100% a penalty. It's not even a question. You can't propel a guy headfirst into the boards, about 6 feet away from the boards especially, and not think that that's going to be a penalty. Mattias Ekholm's a big guy. I mean, he's 6'4", 215 pounds, and Jack Eichel's a strong guy too. It happened fast. That's all I'll say. I said live on television it wasn't malicious. It wasn't like he was trying to bury a guy headfirst. It was a quick cross check that caught Ekholm, but I'm sorry, that's a penalty. And with 2 referees on the ice, shame on them for not seeing that. No, quite frankly, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. If you ask any player in the league, that's probably one of the things they hate the most, is hits from behind. Now, this isn't a direct hit from behind. This was in the battle, and he gave him a stiff cross check, a little bit too much though, and he went awkwardly in the boards. There was a game. Obviously, I'm going to bring Vancouver in this. I watch every game they play now, but Quinn Hughes got suspended for hitting Josh Norris in a similar way. Cross-checked him right in the same spot, just above the pants in the lower part of the numbers. He goes down in a crumple. He got a 5 in a game misconduct for that. So I thought that was a standard being set in the league, which I think needs to be set in the league. Like I said, I don't think Jack Eichel was being malicious here. I don't think he was trying to necessarily bury Ekholm. I think he was in a heated battle for a puck, but he still made the play. It's no different than a high stick. You have to be in control of that cross check. You have to be in control when a guy has his numbers to you.
Now, Louie, in that play, was there not an awkward amount of time between when Jack committed that crime and someone engaging with him?
You know, I think, yeah, here's the thing. I mean, 2 things. Number one, if you watch the play, the puck kind of went up the wall, and I think everybody in the systems that teams play now, you're so in tune with your guy. You're so, like, if you watch this play, look at the guys moving. It wasn't until Bouchard was kind of like, wow, Mattias is kind of headfirst in the corner here. I better go over here and do something about this. And quite frankly, I don't think Edmonton is a team that really, they just don't play that way. I'll be honest. I think they can play nastier. I think they can protect each other more. I think they can stick up for each other more. I think there were stretches early in the year where they did. And those were the games where I felt they played better as a team. It can be elevated, though. No question about it. It doesn't mean going in there and fighting. It doesn't mean going in there and dropping your gloves and grabbing. I quite frankly don't really know if the guys really knew what happened to Mattias. They just saw him laying in the corner and saw Eichel standing over top of him. And that's happened. I've been on the ice before where you hear, whoa, the crowd goes crazy. You look over, there's a guy on the ice. Now, you know something happened. You just don't know what it was. So you kind of go over there and investigate. But, yeah, listen, I mean, again, like I said, I don't think this was a malicious play by Jack Eichel. I don't think this was Jack Eichel being dirty. I think it was him being aggressive and physical in a battle. But at the same time, I think those should be called. I think those have to be called. And I think the league has to make a difference and start calling those on a regular basis all the time.
You can count the steamboats there. I think if that was Florida, you would have saw a flying match shot come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I always find those interesting.
But it's amazing, though, because there hasn't been a lot of scrums. You know, at the start of the year, there was. The start of the year, the Philadelphia game especially, that was a game where things just started to come to, where I thought things started to turn around a little bit for Edmonton. Troy Stetcher stood up and fought Couturier. You know, there was just like guys were sticking up for it. Corey Perry's done it all year long. Darnell Nurse has done it. But there's only a few guys that do it. I think it has to be a team mentality. I think it's something you develop and you grow just like anything else in your game. And I think that can grow more for Edmonton. I do. I think they should have a little more of a chip on their shoulders against the opposition. Because let's face it, how many times have we talked about Draisaitl, McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, Hyman? I mean, guys get worked over. Guys get worked over all the time. Start working over the opposition a little bit.
It's funny, too, because they're probably the most fighting majors in the NHL.
They're close,
yep.
Yeah.
As a team. And in moments like that, they're not engaging in it.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.